Morning. Morning, all of you. It's Will Felwinter here, the man in black, the cat in the hat, the dude with the goggles and the do-rap. How you living? And this weather's fucking bullshit here in North Virginia, man. Yesterday was trying to cook me. Today I got this thing going. The hell? So, yeah. On this one, I just want to be talking a little bit. Um, Lately I've heard the word ambition thrown around a lot. I've heard it a couple times at my job and out in the world, online, all that stuff. I don't think y'all understand what that word means. I really don't. Because see, a lot of y'all want to talk about no, nobody have no ambition, don't nobody want to step up to be a manager. Do you understand what managers really are? Really think about it. People like, say, Angry Man or Amala or let's see, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Genghis Khan, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, they have ambition and had ambition. Okay. True ambition is when a person wants something for themselves. You see what I'm saying? Like mixed race Americans. We're not ambitious at all. We want nothing. A lot of us are so desperate to be, especially in the mixed black community, just to be accepted by a race of people that fucking hates and envies you because of how light your skin color is. See what I'm saying? That, you give up everything. That's not ambition. That's the complete opposite of it. You see what I mean? To be truly ambitious, for instance, my ambition in life is what I'm doing here. Yeah. I'm trying to reach out to us mixed race Americans, us colored folk. You see what I'm saying? And say, look, man, we need to aim for stuff of our own, communities of our own, a heritage of our own, take back what is rightfully ours, to demand only what's fair. A place on the continent in which we were created to call home. That we don't have to share with a bunch of crazy niggas that want to shoot up your community for no reason. A bunch of white people that want to touch your kids and cut their privates off. Okay? And to demand that it's not right to only want the mixed race baby because they're pretty. They're even doing that shit in Japan. Well, we want mixed race baby because they have bigger eyes and they come out tall. Fuck you, Japo. We're human beings, not fucking corgis, man. I want you to understand, it's not like it was back when I was born. My mama loved my father and thought they was going to be together and married and all that good stuff. So she had me. It's not like that no more. You want mixed race babies, so because Kim K has mixed race baby. Asian women want mixed race baby because white women have mixed race baby. That's what that is. We're human beings, not a fucking corgi or Prada bag. That's why I keep trying to warn y'all to stop listening to these purebloods. Japanese people are dying the fuck out. They have whole towns over there that are ghost towns now, and you want to mess outside your own kind. You ever heard of the word suicide? Black people over here are like that too. That's not ambition. Ambition isn't to become a manager or anything like that, because all managers, all they really do is run stuff for people that have real ambition. Okay, at some point, I'd like to own my own business. That's ambition. You see what I mean? I'm just a little lost on how to get there. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. Or maybe, hey, this thing goes a little bigger and I can do something with this. Although, I really don't like the idea of monetizing what I'm doing here. I'm not one of those poverty pimping race hustlers. I don't like that idea. But that's what ambition is. And I'm kind of tired of hearing people talk about ambition. Like, you hear a lot of women, well, these men don't have ambition. The only reason you want a man to have ambition is so he can pay your bills for you while you're out banging the fucking pool boy. Come on, ladies. Come on. Come on. It's me. You're not going to bullshit me. All right? You want all this ambition, but the ambition you're talking about is in obedience and servitude. That's all it really is. You want to talk about ambition while you're sitting there managing stuff so another man can make profits off of your work. How is that any kind of ambition? It's not. I mean, think about it. You think Jesus would have made it anywhere with that kind of ambition? No. No, he wouldn't have. Muhammad wouldn't have. Charlemagne wouldn't have. Alexander the Great wouldn't have. That's ambition. In saying that, yeah, I need a little more of that, don't I? I've always in my life been a very simple man. Yeah. I came up poor. I know how to make tea on a kerosene heater. My mama did the best she could for me. But there were times where there was a choice, pay the light bill or have a roof. Well, we had a roof, you know, and I'm not trying to shit on anybody or nothing like that, okay? But, you know, I came up to where a lot of y'all want to talk about hamburger helpers or struggle meal. Yeah, you will never know the idea of cream peas. Yeah, I do. And again, I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to shit. My mama did the best she could with what she had. My father completely abandoned me, came back and then abandoned me again, you know. But, you know, because of that upbringing, I see myself now as to where, you know, I got a roof over my head. I can pay my bills. Hell, I can talk on my phone and talk on the internet and talk to, you know, other mixed people like me, you know. I started from down here. I'm up here, you see, from where I've been in my life. Hell, I've been homeless. I lived in New Orleans for months without a home. Yeah. I've walked from Virginia to Louisiana and back. Yeah. I know what it is to be down and out. Yeah. So, yeah. I might need to practice more what I preach. Yeah. But, you know, to hear the words, well, yeah, you need ambition to climb that ladder. Whose ladder? Because it sure as fuck ain't yours. It ain't mine. Know what I mean? So what ladder are we climbing here? See, this is the thing that gets me too, as well. You know, with today's society and stuff like that, there's a lot of what I call corporatism. You see what I mean? It's based a lot on consumerism. Yeah. Like, for instance, did you know that there's an actual light bulb that's been burning since like the 1800s? The original design of the light bulb, yeah, it's not supposed to just burn out and die after a year. But what a bunch of big boy, you know, white business owners and shit got together and started getting mad at people for making those because they were losing business. Now look at everything that's made today. It's designed intentionally to break at some point. Think about that. When I was a kid, for instance, like Timberland boots and Brahma boots, bruh, you get a pair of those, they'll last you a lifetime. Now they'll bust after 2 years. They're designed to. So you have to go back and buy more. People that do stuff like that, that has ambition in it so they can keep making money. But to be a store manager or a general manager and stuff, the only thing you're doing is working your ass off so another man that owns the company you work for so they can make profit while you get the scraps from their table. That's not capitalism. That's corporatism. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of these white liberals want to talk about how capitalism has destroyed America. No, capitalism turned America into a nation of excellence. Back in the late 40s, 50s, even the 60s. Boy, you got something made in America? Now look, ain't nothing made here. Capitalism, basically what capitalism is. Okay, say you and I have a store, right? But I don't sell product to, say, white or black people because y'all get on my damn nerves and I just don't like the sight of most of you. There's a few of you that are cool folk. I might deal with you, but the rest of y'all can kiss my happy. You know what I'm saying? But you guys have a store and you sell to everybody. Well, how am I going to stay afloat? I got to lower my prices. You see what I'm saying? To attract the customers I want. You don't have to worry about that because you have a broader customer base. Not to mention, I sell a product that's designed to break after a few years. You don't. Boy, you sell a knife, man, you can pass that shit down to your great grandkids. It's like the sword Dawn from Game of Thrones. You just can't break it. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna make more profit than I ever will. You see what I mean? The person that owns a business like that, that's true ambition. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I might have some ambition, but I'm not going to have the ambition that a person does that would have, say, a business that produces products that last and are cost affordable and you're welcoming to everyone. You see what I mean? Now, on the flip side of that coin, you have something that what I call corporatism, which involves a lot of what do the smart people say? Consumerism. Buy, now. Well, due to that culture, everything you buy, say, like you get something from Walmart, you know that thing's going to break after a week. You know it's not going to last you. So you have to go back and get another one. For instance, like I have an Xbox One that was restored and properly fixed. I've had that thing for over 10 years. Most game consoles now will burn out after about 3 years. The Xbox 360 was built cheaply. You'd get what we'd call the red ring of death. Okay, the Xbox 360 had the little button that had the little power symbol in it, and then it would have rings to let you, or had a ring, and sections would light up to let you know how many controllers were hooked to it. Yeah, you saw that red ring? Yeah, no, it's dead. You got to go get another one. That's corporatism. Part of corporatism also is to have you out here chasing money and stuff like that. That's not ambition. That's servitude. You see what I mean? That you're just a servant to someone else at that point. Think about it. You know, and the thing about corporatism that gets me is you have people like Tyler Durden from Fight Club. What did he say? They've got us working jobs we hate to buy things that we don't even need, much less want, with money that's absolutely worthless. Because, yeah, the American dollar has nothing backing it. It's worthless. We're running a rat race, and for what? To buy things, to consume. And then you wonder why our economy's shit. Think about it. Our country doesn't produce anything anymore. Not like we used to. We used to produce cars and all types of goods. Remember Henry Ford's assembly line? Detroit. You see what I mean? That's something else that I have to respect about Donald Trump. He's trying to bring that back to America. You see what I'm saying? And for a lot of black folk, a lot of y'all into the game, you know, the game, you know what I'm talking about. I want you to think of it like this. You don't have no product to sell, you ain't going to make no money, right? A lot of mixed black brothers and sisters, you know what I'm talking about. You ain't got no rocks to sell. You can't peddle them snow cones. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no snow to sell. How you going to make any paper? That's how economies work. And America produces nothing. But yet, you have people out here talking about ambition. Really? Do you even know what that word means, sir? Ma'am. No, a lot of people don't. Because you also, you know, you got them talking, well, nobody wants to step up and take charge and lead and be in management and shit. Because nobody wants to be that guy. Nobody wants to be that girl. Nobody wants to be that person. Oh, when I get into management, I'm going to change things. No, no, you're not. No, you're not. I see it all the time. You think you get that shift manager, that general manager position, and you're going to run the store. No, you still have a boss. You're working for someone else to make a profit. Where's the ambition in that? That's why in jobs like I have and stuff like that, I'm just a low dog on the totem pole. I'm a wheel dog, not a lead dog. I'll push or pull anything you put in front of me, but I ain't leading nothing. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and break my neck and work for free, because a lot of y'all managers make salary pay. So you could work 80-hour weeks. You only get paid for 40. Think about it. Is it worth it now? Hell no. There's no ambition in this at all. And I'm kind of tired of people throwing that word around. It doesn't mean anything. Not anymore. Again, people like Muhammad, the Muslim prophet, he had ambition. Charlemagne, which by the way, his name really was William the Conqueror. That's Charlemagne. You know, I'm not talking about the nipple head on Breakfast Club who looked like what would happen if Mr. Potato Head had gay butt sex with a fucking milk dud. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the actual king, Charlemagne. His name was William. He had ambition. What ambition gives you is something of your very own. People, for instance, that say, you know, I'm working like this so I can rake up the money to buy my own house. That's ambition. You see what I'm saying? Not to be a manager in some company to make the higher ups money off of your labor. That's corporatism. That's servitude. Look, y'all can stay in the system. You can join us in the mountains. Okay? And until people throw them hard bitches and actually fight back against the crazy libtards that want to burn your homes. All right? And I don't want to hear political violence isn't the answer. Okay, it's your tax dollars that's got to pay to fix that shit. You do know that, right? It ain't coming out of their pocket. It's coming out of yours. Because most of them liberals ain't got a job. They get paid by the Democratic Party to riot and act stupid to make Donald Trump look stupid. Or to fight back against the conservatards that want to go back to the days where people could look into your windows. They called it spirit watching and soul watching. Oh, well, they're not having improper sex, are they? Because the Bible says, give up all their liberties to an imaginary friend that lives in the sky. What George Carlin say? An imaginary friend that lives in the sky and he watches everything we do of every single minute of every single day. And he has this mystical list of 10 things he doesn't want you to do. Okay? Which you already broke one when you worship Jesus instead of God. Thou shalt not have no God above me, for I am a jealous and vengeful God. Isn't that one of your precious commandments? Yeah. And your God loves you and all this stuff. But if you do anything wrong, he'll send you to a place of fire and brimstone and unwanted butt sex for the rest of eternity. Oh, and he needs money. Bullshit. Yeah, George Carlin wasn't wrong on that one. Oh, yeah, the left and the right and all that stuff. Until we start fighting back, and not just us mixed folks, but other white folks, black folks, and all the other races, okay? And start telling these liberals and conservatives to shut the fuck up and leave people alone, it's only going to get worse. Especially as long as Trump is in that office. This shit that we've seen this year, it's only the beginning. Remember the last time he ran and they hit us with COVID? Yeah, it scared the shit out of me. I thought it was going to roll out and burn me. Fire. But it's only going to get worse, y'all. Y'all live safe and you live well. And I'll catch you on the flip.